Financially Savvy Latina. I've been recording videos as I'm driving because there's so many thoughts that are going through my head. Yesterday I had the practice with the TED speakers for TEDx Davenport, and I was talking about how overwhelmed I felt yesterday, but a good overwhelm, just tired and exhausted because of a lot of practice, and that means the days are less than a week away. But I felt so fortunate to be in the auditorium watching them practice. That was our last rehearsal, and to see the growth that we've had within the last few months of training is amazing, and it really pushes us to be better presenters, better speakers, better advocates for what we're passionate about. It's amazing that I could learn from people that are, oh my gosh, professionals, have done this before. This isn't maybe their first one, and somehow yet they still find ways to improve, and amazing feedback. And it was kind of, surreal because I'm sitting in the auditorium, watching them from above and thinking, wow, how cool, this is what people get to see. But I get to have it as almost like a free concert. I got to see 14 of them present, and just felt like they were talking to me, literally, because there's moments where they're looking at me to get my response, to see if they're hitting their points. And there's so much preparation for this. It's not your regular, it's not a Toastmaster talk. I'm part of Toastmasters. I've been part of Toastmasters for a long time. And many Toastmasters that have done a TED Talk will tell you the same. It's not like a Toastmaster speech. But the cool thing is there's some skills that we learn from it for sure that we can apply. But something that I don't know why I felt like I was extremely lucky to witness is the process that comes along with it, the techniques. Even yesterday, practicing on the actual carpet. Up until this time, we have all been practicing on our own. We had the measurements. My husband will tell you the back of our office space that we have. I had a circle basically by stickers of letting me know this is 12 feet from here, the point from here and here, and practicing. And I have more than a few pages of layouts on how I wanted to move, because it's like you're choreographing an actual dance. And I used to dance, and I know how much work it takes to choreograph something. And so a presentation is just the same. You move around to, one, you don't want to lose the audience and you want to engage everyone. But especially if you're as animated as I am, I move around a lot. I have to have points where I know I'm staying grounded for a reason, because I want to make that particular part of my speech so influential, or maybe really quiet, whatever it might be. So when you see a professional speaker and it looks so flawlessly and you follow them as they move around, it's because they've practiced a lot. How many hours? I wish I would have counted from day one how many hours I practiced with this TED Talk, but I could easily say, if you count all the hours and days, I would say almost a month. And granted, we've been practicing 4 months, and the truth is, not even. Some of us will even say years, because we incorporated speeches from or presentations from our past in order to include this into our talk. So when you see someone that's talking up there, chances are they're talking about something they've already talked about, and they've just tweaked it and made it its own and incorporated things maybe they've never shared before, like I have, into this particular presentation. But it's stories that come from hours and hours and years of practice. So it just made me appreciate seeing their craft, seeing their process, seeing the same nerves that we all go through. There's some in there that are seasoned, there's some that are first timers like me, and to see that we're all nervous. And a side note for the women, this was funny. So there's 5 of us in the conference that are speaking that are women, the rest are all men. And and I'm like, am I the only one that's thinking about is this the right color lip? I hardly wear lipstick, so the fact that I wear lipstick was like on my mind. I'm like, God, I'm wearing lipstick. This is really bright. I would never do this. And so I had a conversation with some of the other ladies, and they're like, oh yeah, I totally get it. And they didn't think about the makeup part either too, because I said, oh yeah, last time I was here, my assistant was like, you need to wear a lot more makeup because the light is drowning you out. And she's like, oh, I was trying out this outfit today. I'm not sure if I really wanted it. And I go, that's funny, I am too. And you just kind of figure out, or how's the mic gonna hook up on our dresses? Do I need to wear pants now or a skirt? So she says we have 2 mics connected to us, and we didn't practice with the letters. So we had the rehearsal. I might have an opportunity to do one more time. It all depends what time I fly into town. But we didn't even practice with the big sign. And apparently the sign's gonna take up most of the stage. So that's gonna be interesting. But the fact that we got to see and stand on the rug was such I'm going to get emotional, and I didn't want to make this video so super long, so I'm going to wrap it up. But not only does it feel so surreal, but I feel so privileged and so honored to be on the red carpet, something that I've been not only imagining, but really watching. People I admire. I love TED Talks. I don't even know how many I've seen at this point. At least 100, at least. And the fact that I get an opportunity to not only share my story, but talk about what I am passionate about, what I advocate for, is a dream come true. Sounds so cliche, but that's what it is. And the fact that it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, I'm going to take that opportunity. And I have to be honest, at first, many times, even this past week, I kept on thinking, oh, they made a mistake when they offered this to me, or are they sure it was me? They were thinking about somebody else, or even till the days that I was coming in for the practice and dealing, with our coaches. And yeah, it's kind of that self-doubt and self-worth that comes with it, and the fact that I was reminded that I'm supposed to be there. And yesterday, hearing some of the coaches say, wow, from last month compared to now, the speech, and it meant the world to me, because I'm like, thank you. Obviously, we've all been working. I mean, we dream about what we're saying, and we keep changing it. So even though you might see us say this one presentation for 10 minutes, we've had that presentation in at least 20 different formats, and we've changed it. We've done it in front of live audiences too. At least I have. I've had the opportunity to do it in front of some of the companies that I work with. Like, hey, you guys like a nice treat of a draft that I'm working on for TEDx? And most of them are like, yes. So I've had the opportunity to bounce off ideas and really what they thought and feedback from my presentation. So it gets tweaked so much that there's points that while you're presenting, thinking, oh my God, am I going to stick with that, or did I change it so many times? And yeah, it's just, like I said, it's a learning process. I've already gone over 7 minutes. I'm sorry about that. I like to keep mine short because I hate it when people ramble on, but I just kind of want to get that off my chest, because how often do you get to hear people talk about their experience with TEDx? And side note, my dad was like, well, I don't really know what that is, and I love him for that. It's okay. I like the realness of it, because there's a lot of people that don't know what TED is. And for me, if you're in education, if you're in technology, education, and design, and a realm of all those that go with that theme, ideas worth spreading, it's so cool that people that know it know not only what a big deal this is, but really just what a big honor it is. And the fact my mom knew, she was like, oh my God, that's awesome. I just felt so proud, and I'm nervous and excited, and I can't wait to do a follow-up video of the after process of it, because we still have another less than a week of getting prepared, and the whole day is already planned out. And yeah, I'm just excited. And oh, one last thought, I will do a little more than 7 minutes, or 8 minutes, excuse me, is this has been such a cool opportunity, that the fact that I haven't even given my TED Talk yet. I got 2 additional jobs while I'm in the Midwest, because now I can say I'm a TEDx speaker, right? I haven't officially done it yet, but it's on the website. People are promoting it. We have tons of interviews set up before and after the presentation with the press, local media, which is really cool. It's a sold-out event. We have a wait list, and that has been such a game changer too, is the fact that I got this one particular job I'm working on for a while, and the moment they found out I was a TED speaker, they're like, done, and got it booked. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, is it really that easy? But the fact that it brings a level of, they know what professionalism is, because I come across so many people that say I'm a public speaker. I'm like, cool, what does that mean? Or I'm empowerment, or whatever your category is. I'm like, okay, what does that really mean? And can you prove it? Do you have hours of video, years of experience, and you have, literally hundreds of people testimonials? And for me, I do. And it takes time. It's a process. And for me, it's been a process. Every day I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And luckily for me, I have a great support system that allows me to do this. And my husband too, shout out to my babe. He's a professor of communication, so you'll figure that all this plays in well too. But he's so supportive. He's like, you do what you gotta do. You gotta travel. And as a woman, that's not an easy thing. As far as I feel like it's no other choice. I'm gonna do it or not, but because I would totally support him if it was just him doing that. And this past week, I've got that so many times, especially from women. I'm more surprised, but maybe not. But like, oh, how is that you could do that, or how is it your husband's cool with that, or why aren't you at home, or you know, attending to your family and whatever things that need to be attended to. And for me, I'm like, because I'm a woman, my husband's a bigger feminist than I am, and it's a dream come true, and shouldn't we be able to fulfill our dreams and be an example for our generations to come that we're out there doing it and not be limited by gender or what you should be doing. I mean, traveling by myself, everyone's like, oh, is that safe? How does your husband feel about that? Or yeah, that's the voice I'm doing, because that's how it feels when I hear people say that. Or you know, how isn't that day? I'm like, well, I'm smart about it. I know when I plan everything out. I'm traveling during the day, and even at night too. I have coordinates, we have cell phone, I know where I'm staying, so you know, we're smart about this. So just, you know, be a little more supportive that yeah, women should be doing this, if not more, because we need to see more women speakers. For me, like I said, it's a dream come true, the fact that I'll be up there talking about financial literacy. And as a kid, I would have loved to have seen a Latina, brown hair, brown eyes, talking about this. So yeah, stay tuned for more TEDx experience from Financially Savvy Latina. That's my whatever nickname people call me, but Natalie Torres. Her dad, thank you.